Today we are talking about Mars Underground. Hey everyone and welcome back. I am Jordo and this is Nat. Thanks for joining us. So we are going to talk about the demo of Mars Underground. Now Natty, you put me onto this one.
Yeah, I did. So I got to see this game at PAX this year. It was part of the PAX Rising group of games. So they were Australian games picked for, games to watch coming out soon.
Australian as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So the developer lives in Canberra. He's got a really small team. I think it's just him and like people that he pulls in every now and again just to help him with extra bits. Murloc Media. Looking at it, we'll definitely have a description in there.
Links below.
Yeah,
definitely. Now, actually, at this point, if you have played Mars Underground, comment below. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't, go play it and then come back and comment. Tell us what you think.
Yeah. So, the game, I instantly actually fell in love with this.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you told me a little bit about it, but as soon as I saw the graphics and heard the sounds and the music, I was like, yes, I love this.
Yeah, no, it's very much inspired by like the old school style of gaming where you've got like the 2D bit graphics and I can't remember what game he said it was inspired by, but just that old school.
Yeah, actually somewhat reminded me of like maybe a bit Stardew Valley-ish style graphics.
Absolutely.
Right? Gameplay not, because you don't need to farm things and pick rocks up and gems. But this is a story about a character, Mars, who... Groundhog Day. That's probably the easiest way. Like, the same thing happens, but in the beginning you have only a selected amount of sentences you're able to use. So, like, for instance, your sister, you walk in front of the TV and she's like, oh, get out of the way. And then you can see that there's multiple options to reply, but you can only choose one, which is ...
Yeah.
So yeah.
This demo was such a teaser because you can see all the possible options, and I think probably more unlock as you play through as well. But you can only select one, and you're like, oh, I really want to tell that person to go away.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I really there is a really like 80s feel about it as far as like the attitude and how they talk to each other and bite me and stuff like that, which is really funny, good sense of humor.
Being a demo, you get what's called one cycle. So obviously at the end of it he goes to sleep and then he wakes up again, and then you get to relive the day again but have other options to do things, right? So I, for instance, in that whole the sister scenario, in day one, you get to say nothing. You just ... But in day two, I said, bite me,
Yeah.
And then things happen. So essentially, the demo, it does open up. It gets bigger. And this is the thing, like, I'm sure I experienced different things to what you probably did.
Absolutely.
Like, because you get an option to get off the bus at some point, you're driving along, and it says stay on the bus or get off the bus, and I jumped off the bus.
Yeah, and there was another interaction as well where you're dealing with a bully and you get to choose whether you step in or not, but if you don't, then somebody else does, and what happens there. So
choices.
I'm wondering how far this branches off with the different replays. It's going to be really interesting to see once it's all fleshed out exactly how many pathways there are. And there's also kind of a little bit of a sci-fi element to it as well. I don't know what you experienced in your playthrough.
That.
So I talked to a kid that had a saucepan on his head that was all like, oh, there were aliens over in a park, that's why he was wearing a saucepan on his head. And I started like going down and exploring that kind of pathway, and that was one of the places I tried to go on the bus, but because it was just the demo, it was like, nah, you can't go there yet. Okay. So
alright, yeah, cool.
Something for the full game, see what's going on with the aliens in the park.
100% this is a game I will be playing when it's on full release and I can get my hands on it.
Oh, absolutely. And getting to speak to the dev a little bit at PAX, because it was great setup he got, and chat to them and play the game.
Yep.
He's really passionate about the game. Like, he's quite softly spoken, but you can tell he's like, I loved it. He's working on the project for a couple years, and it's going to be fantastic when it's completed. I wanted to ask you, did you find the talking toilets?
Yes, I found the talking toilets. Yes. And he's like, clean me. I'm like, okay, I'll look out for something. Yeah.
So apparently you get rewards if you clean the toilets.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find any cleaning products in the demo, so I'm assuming that's something that happens later. I also found some poo in the schoolyard. So I was carrying that around for a while. And then I found a toilet and put it in the toilet. The toilet, like, gross, why would you put poo in me? It's such a wacky game.
There is a wacky game. Like, it's so cool. And I've got to say, like, just with that, a little teaser of what we experienced, I totally recommend check out the links below because you need to try this demo for free. It's on Windows. You can play in browser as well, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's different options. Give it a go, please.
Oh, I'd love to just give one little tip.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to die.
And we will finish on that. Nat, Jordo, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Ciao.